Hello everyone and welcome to the stream. Just let me post on Twitter that I am streaming. Just give me 2 seconds. Have I spelt all of this correctly? I think I have. Let's just tweet it out anyway. Okay, sweet. So I'll just take off the intro. There we go. Hello, how are we going? Welcome to the stream, everyone. Sorry if I'm drinking throughout the stream. I literally woke up maybe like... I tweeted like about maybe 40 minutes ago or something. That I would be streaming. And I wasn't going to start for like another maybe 20 minutes. But I thought, you know what, I'll just start now. And we might do a bit of a longer stream because of that. I was only going to stream for maybe 50 minutes. But now I might stream for like just over an hour. Because of the early start. Welcome everyone to the chat. Welcome... What time is it where everyone is? As I said, it's... actually, I didn't even say what time it was. It's 5 to 7 in the morning here, so 7 a.m. we'll say. So, what time is it elsewhere on planet Earth, if you want to call it that? You're from Jersey. New Jersey. That's the terrible... let's forget I even attempted to do that accent. Holy crap. That was terrible. Yeah, I thought I would stream... I was going to do a video, and I just was really busy yesterday. I just ran out of time. Like, I could have rushed it out, but the video sort of needs some thought, if that makes sense. Like, it's not like a synopsis video or something like that. Like, it's, you know, stuff that's evidenced throughout different episodes in the season, so I need to take my time on it. Oh, there's our special guest for the episode in the background, just popping in. We'll bring in the special guest in a second, because some of you might not have met him yet. But yeah, so I decided I'd stream and I'll just bring out that video tomorrow. So I work on that video at some point today and bring it out. 23 p.m. So it's in the afternoon or basically night, where everyone else is. So yeah, but yeah, we'll just go into these super chats quickly, just acknowledge them before we move on to the general rules of the stream. Sam with the $2 super chat. Thank you very much for that, Sam. Wasn't the Deadshot movie coming out or cancelled? I don't know. I think the only reason it was possibly a thing was because Will Smith was the like Deadshot. So I think Will Smith would have like helped producing it, I guess. It could still happen. I just wouldn't expect it in the next like couple of years. Like, I think DC is going to focus on like titles that they know will succeed in some way, shape or form. I get nervous when he walks around because, especially if he's sniffing, I'm just thinking, don't go to the bathroom on my bed. For God's sakes, Cal, do not do that. He hasn't done it yet. He hasn't done it in my room as of yet. But there's still a first, isn't there, Cal? Isn't there? Isn't there? Could go for the first time and I'd get angry. And then you'd laugh? Because I'd have to change the sheets? Yeah? Okay. I don't think it's cancelled. I just don't think there's been any step forwards with it. So that's probably the best way I can answer that. Anthony with the $0.99 super chat. Thank you very much for that, Anthony. Anthony, might I say. God. My voice is all over the joint. Thanks very much for that. And Nicholas Novik with the $2 super chat. Is the Dawn Allen girl a female version of Daniel West? It's hard to tell at this stage what's going on there. Like, my video tomorrow, like, spoiler alert, is on that Dawn Allen situation and like what's going on with her, what it could lead to due to stuff that's been revealed in those episodes. But there's still more to go. Like, I think we'll see her at least once more before they focus in on her. But then again, they might not focus in on her at all, and she just might be teased throughout this season, then next season she's a thing, which would annoy a lot of people. I think I would be sort of like, maybe give us a bit more of a hint, but that's what they could do. But yeah, so is she a female version of Daniel West? Possibly. Like, the theory around if Daniel West was going to come onto the show anyway is that he would be from the future. So they could make it that maybe she is trying to prevent Cecile's death, maybe. Maybe Cecile dies some way and she's trying to change the past so that doesn't happen. So she could be Cecile and Joe's daughter from the future. But we'll jump more into that. I sort of gave a bit of a spoiler away for what part of my video will be about tomorrow. But we'll talk more about that tomorrow. But there is a possibility that she is like a female take on the Daniel West character. Like, not just, you know, gender flipping the role, but a take on that story and putting it on her character. But maybe not making her as evil as what Daniel West was. That's it. Okay, so we'll start the stream properly, I guess. So if you're new to the stream, this is like your first time here, or you haven't been here for a while. In regards to the chat, like the stream chat, just keep it civil. You know, no derogatory terms. Just try and keep it nice. Try not to get into any little fights. I think last stream there was a bit of a fight going on in the chat, which was just a bit like just chaotic. That's probably the best way to put it. Might I say? So just try and avoid that, just because it just can ruin the flow of the stream, if you know what I mean. Cal, what are you doing? Okay, good boy. Yeah, it's basically in regards to the chat, just keep it civil, don't racist, sexist, like just over the top swearing, just try and keep that out of the chat. And then if you want to help the stream out and help the channel, or just like get noticed, if you want to call it that, you can super chat by clicking this little dollar emblem down here. You can send a super chat and you can just drag up and choose whatever amount you want to choose. And then you can just type in, we are the Flash, or something like that, or a question. So it can be a statement just saying like, what's up, or it can be a question that you might want answered about some of the shows. If you can't super chat, a lot of countries and devices can now super chat, so it shouldn't be too much of an issue for a lot of people. However, some devices in some countries still can't super chat. So if you can't super chat, you can click the link at the top of the descriptions, which description, might I say, which does say streamlabs.com/Pagey, and that will take you to a area in which you can donate as well. Whew, okay, so we got the intro out of the way, so let's kick on with the stream. You should make a Fortnite stream where you talk about DCTV. I could. I'd have to sort everything out, because like I know I can stream like directly from my Xbox and stuff like that. I just don't have a headset to do it. Like I have a headset, but it's like next level crap. Like usually, I don't know if, like, there's EB Games in Australia, and like GameStop, I'm guessing, in America. I don't know what the UK version of it is, or elsewhere in the world. But you know how they have like the really crappy headsets that are like cheap as hell? I bought one of those because I just needed it for like one night to game with, and I haven't used it's sitting. Actually, I can see it over there. It's under my TV over there. I'd have to get a proper headset because I don't think I'd be able to use that. I probably could, but it would be terrible quality. Thank you very much, Sam, for the $25 super chat. Very much appreciated. Very generous. Just want to clarify this for those who think I'm obsessed. Laughy crossface emoji. I'm all on this Lady Shiva idea because I felt Selena's character was so underused, so I devoted time to this chance. If it happens, great. If not, then oh well. Yeah, I'm the same, like, with a lot of different things. Like, I know, like, you're sort of, not set, but, like, you want this to happen. You want this to happen, of course. And I'm the same with like certain things, like maybe like Cobalt Blue. I'd really love to see Cobalt Blue, and I've given ideas as to how it could work. If it happens, it happens. I'd be really happy. If it doesn't happen, I'd be like, okay, well, that, a tad disappointed it didn't happen, but you know what? Who cares? It's not my choice. I'm not a writer. I'm not a producer on the show. So if they think there's something better they could do on the show, then fair enough. I was calling for Richard Dragon, in season 4, and we finally got him in season 6. So some of us just have to wait. If you've been subscribed to my channel for a while, you would know that I was like almost borderline campaigning for Richard Dragon to be on the show, and now he's finally on the show, and he's pretty badass in my opinion. So, yeah, like you might not get it next season with Lady Shiva, but say if Arrow gets to season 8 or season 9, if that ever happens, we could get Lady Shiva, especially because they would be running out of villains to use, and they would be either be like creating new ones or like taking other villains from DC, so why not use Lady Shiva as a female character who could be quite threatening. Lady Shiva is more martial arts than archery. She would be able to use a bow and arrow, but she's more martial arts. So, like, you could say she's similar to Richard Dragon, but I think a bit more lethal than Richard Dragon. If you're going to compare the comic versions. She's, I think she was married to Richard Dragon from memory in the comics as well. But that was a different version of Richard Dragon. Anyway. Welcome everyone that's still joining the chat, the chat. Bye, Eat Holly, going to eat. I wish I could go eat right now. I am sort of hungry, but I decided to do the stream instead of eat. I might wait till lunch. If people don't know, I'm on a bit of a diet at the moment, so I'm trying to just eat when I want to eat, if that makes sense. Not like eat when you're meant to eat, if that makes sense. It just sounds weird, but hopefully you guys know what I mean. People saying Cal's cute, so I actually might show Cal before I answer Naruto's super chat. Come on. Hello, Mr. Monkey. He's getting big. If you hear like last stream that he was like a feature, you can tell how big he's getting, aren't you? That's you. Look, it's you. It's you. Do you want your own channel, Cal? What's up, guys? It's Cal here with another video on crypto. Hey, crypto needs his own show, doesn't he, Cal? Don't care. Just want to go back and lie down, thinking about food, all of that. That's all you care about. Okay. Oh, there you go.
This house is bitchin'.
Okay. Okay, Naruto with the 0076 super chat. Eating Core, villain for season 5 of The Flash. I don't think so. It could be a threat in the future though. Like they could easily bring Veronica Dale back into it if they wanted to. But yeah, I couldn't see them being like a big bad, if you know what I mean. Like if it was Arrow, maybe they could have done that because Hyrax from the comics is a Green Arrow villain. And they really just brought her onto Flash for this premise. Can you not bite my pillows, Cal? No, can you not bite the pillows? No, can you not bite the pillows? Hey, don't be naughty. No. Actually, I don't really care if he bites the pillows, to be completely honest. But yeah, I can't see them being like big bad worthy, but we could get them back for like individual episodes in the future. If they wanted to, if they felt the premise was needed. There was a Streamlabs donation. I saw that pop up. Austin Bell with the $1.19 what do you call it, donation through Streamlabs. It's right at the same time you normally stream. What do you think about Raven coming to the Arrowverse? You should do a private stream for your mods and set up rules. Man, you don't know how happy I am seeing Speedy back. Oh, sorry. Yeah, in regards to that mods thing, I might we'll sort that out like later on in the future. It was just like last stream was a big issue, so if we just need to try and avoid things like that. In the past, I did make some modifications to the mods, which a mod to the mod, in between last stream and this stream, which hopefully clears things up. Just in regards to like moving people around. Hopefully it's fixed in the future. Raven coming to the Arrowverse, I highly doubt it, seeing that she's going to be on Titans. The new Titans show, so I can't see Raven coming to the Arrowverse like at all, unless Titans flops and they cancel it. In regards to Speedy, seeing Speedy back was good because, as I've said, I think Thea's going. Like they even hinted it in the episode that Thea's going to be leaving it in episode 16. So yeah, so we should expect that. So it was good to see her in the Speedy suit. We're going to see her next episode as well. So seeing her like last hurrah in that suit is going to be good. Like a farewell almost. So yeah, it was good to see it back. But thank you very much. Thank you very much for that, Austin. Will I make a gaming channel? No, not really. I don't have enough time to do these two channels. And also, like, if I was going to do gaming, I'd probably do it on my channel. I've always said that like you don't really want to split stuff up. Having multiple channels just leads to multiple problems. Like I even talked to like DC TV show about this. Like he has like 3 channels or something at the moment. I was like, dude, just keep it all on one. Because you're just splitting your audience. So if you just keep it on one, you just grow your audience more. So, unless it's like I guess gaming would be a relevant one to split up. But even someone was asking me to do like movie reviews and stuff. I was like, well, no. If I was going to do a movie review, might I say, I'll do it on this channel. So like, when Infinity War comes out, for those that don't know, Infinity War comes out like first in Australia. And I might be seeing it like before it comes out in Australia. Like I might be seeing it like 2 or 3 days before it comes out. Not confirming that, I'll have to wait and see, but like it matters if I can get invited to the preview screening. Like I got invited to the Black Panther one, but I couldn't make that one. So hopefully I get invited to the Infinity War one as well, and I'll be able to see it early, and I might be able to give you guys an early review of it and give you my thoughts on it. But that's like to be confirmed, so don't hold up. Don't like put your hopes on that happening. I haven't put my hopes on it happening. I have to wait and see if I get an invite or not. But yeah, like when that comes out, I'll do a review. Like I would have done Black Panther, but like the way that was done, like it would have been sort of pointless me doing a review. And I sort of gave a review through stream, and then like when Aquaman comes out, hopefully I see that early as well, and I'll be able to give a review. Like I did a review for like Suicide Squad, Batman v Superman, Wonder Woman. I didn't do one for Justice League, I don't think. Once again, I think it's because I didn't get to see it early. But yeah. Ruan Figueredo? I don't know how to, I don't know if that's a real last name or not. If it is, wow, no vowels, which is interesting. Anyway, with a 0.79 pound super chat, thank you very much for that. Very much appreciated. Anthony, once again, with the roughly $2 super chat. Should Constantine get a season 2 on the CW? I don't think they are. I think they're going to wrap up his story with that animated series, and they're going to continue on his story with that. So that animated series, I think, comes out. I think they gave it a release date. Hold on, let me look it up on Twitter. Let me have a look. Constantine. Give me two. I know I shouldn't do this on stream. You think it'd be one of the top results on Twitter? It's just a lot of, oh god, it's a lot of like those, comicbook.com or those clickbait articles. Matt Ryan said that he wouldn't mind seeing his Constantine interact with the Joker. I can't even see it. Hold on, Constantine CW seed. That should give me something. Hopefully, this should give me something at least. Oh, okay. DC and the CW's animated Constantine series will begin streaming on March 24 on the CW Seed streaming platform, which doesn't surprise me because on that exact same day is WonderCon. So I reckon they're going to show the first episode of WonderCon, and then they'll say, okay, from now on, from this point on, it's streaming on CW Seed. So in what? Exactly 2 weeks if you're in America, because I'm guessing it's 24th in America, it's going to come out. They will release it. So that's pretty cool. 2 weeks from now, you get to watch that. I can't remember what happens in Constantine Season 1, to be completely honest, because I watched it when it was out, like when it was playing live. So I can't even remember what happened in it. I'm going to have to like watch a refresh or something. I'm sorry, I'm just going to have to scroll up the chat so I see anything that I might have missed when I was talking about Constantine. Why does Iris have purple lining? I don't know. They're going to have to explain it. Like I did say in my trailer breakdown, like they might not explain it. It might just be like, so it's aesthetically pleasing because her suit, like the top half of the suit is like a really dark shade of purple with white. Her pants are like black, but the top half of it, it's like a really like, I don't know, what's a dark purple color? Something like that anyway. So I'm guessing it's just to be aesthetically pleasing. Her lightning is a different shade of purple than Accelerated Man, which is a bit strange, which makes me think it's not connected to him. It almost looks like, as I said, like Accelerated Man's looks more like of a like organic speedster purple, if that makes sense. While I've brought it up a couple of times and people seem to agree with me. It's just a term because that's what it looks like. It looks like, do they have Hubba Bubba in America and like other places? I don't know if it's just in Australia. I'm guessing Hubba Bubba is worldwide. It's like bubblegum. The lightning looks like artificial grape, sort of like the color of the bubblegum. Or like even when you have like, I don't know, what's it like, grape soda? I don't know, like purple, artificial grape color. That's what it looks like. So that's sort of what it looks like to me. It doesn't look that, so I don't know if they're going to connect it to Accelerator Man. They might bring it up, and it just might be a different CGI or special effect. It's just changed over the time since they brought in Accelerator Man. But yeah, I wouldn't be able to give like an exact answer as to why the hell it is that color. Yeah, it looks more pink. People seem to be debating whether it's pink or purple. It's up for the debate. I guess when we watch the episode, we'll be able to learn more because we'll see it more consistently. Like in the trailer, you see like that one where it's like the typical flash shot where it's running through the city, and the other one is her running away from Barry. And they do look different colors in those two shots. Like the one where she's running around the city looks more pinkish, but that one next to Barry looks more purpley. So I don't know. We'll have to wait until the actual episode is out until we can really determine what's going on there. But I reckon it's not going to be connected to Accelerator Man. They probably won't explain it. It's probably just to be aesthetically pleasing. I know a lot of people did say like purple is the inverted color of yellow, but Barry's lightning isn't yellow, it's orange. So you've already got like things mixed up there. Like I think Wally's is yellow. And Jesse's is like a mix between, they've like got different colors if people haven't noticed. Like Wally's got yellow, Barry's got orange, and Jesse's is like a mix of the two. And I think Jay's is like a mix of the two as well. Jay and Jesse probably like the same sort of lightning. Will DeVoe catch Ralph? That's from Wolfman's. It's one of the two, really. It's either Ralph dies by getting caught by DeVoe, or Ralph just avoids DeVoe's capture. That's what it's going to be. But one of the theories is that I might do a video of this. I might not because it just, I don't know if I'm going to be able to fit it in. We'll see. If you're on the stream right now, I'll give you a bit of a tease at it. One of the theories going around is that Ralph will get absorbed by DeVoe, but DeVoe will go into Ralph's body. So, you know, he'll, you know, like he did to Hazard and did to the Fiddler, Izzy. So he'll go into DeVoe's body, so into Ralph's body, so he can do like the changing thing and become DeVoe again. One of the theories is that Ralph's mind will still be in there, obviously, because of his powers. So if they can do something with the cerebral inhibitor to flip everything, DeVoe's consciousness would essentially get kicked out and Ralph would be in control. But then Ralph would have all these powers. That's one of the theories going around. I don't like that theory. I wouldn't mind if, because Ralph was the last one for DeVoe to be in, that he would get his body back. But the fact that he would be able to have all these abilities makes me a bit... just a bit cautious and not liking the idea too much, because then like basically Ralph becomes DeVoe, you know. I just don't think it fits that well, to be completely honest. But I know I might be in the minority there, but I just don't think that fits well. I'd rather if they were going to keep Ralph, he would just like separate and be himself again. And I don't think many people would, if you're a fan of Elongated Man from the comics, I don't think you'd be very happy if they, because he's not like a small character in the comics. Like he's not a main A1, but he's, you know, pretty relevant for the most part. I think you could do a lot with the character on the show, like bringing in Sue Dibney and a lot of different arcs like that. But I don't know. We'll have to wait and see that. I think we'll get a lot of hints in the next couple of episodes that's going on there. But expect Ralph to be taken like episode 20 or 21, or at least I'll focus on that being like the plan for the Thinker. Yeah, I think Ralph getting all those powers would be unnecessary, but that's one of the theories going around. I don't know. I don't really like. I think Ralph's pretty overpowered as it is. The fact that he can like morph into other people is pretty overpowered. So I don't think he needs all those other abilities as well. Naruto with a $5 super chat. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for that, Naruto. If the trainee is Jay's daughter, wouldn't that make her a gender swapped Barry Allen? Yeah, borderline from Earth 3. I guess just a gender swapped Barry Allen. Yeah, I mentioned that in my video. I'm doing another video tomorrow which does involve Jay and, you know, Dawn Allen and stuff. Like in the comics, it's not like a one run of the comics. I think it's New 52. Is it New 52? I might be wrong. I think it's New 52. Jay Garrick has a son. It's like, but he dies off book, off page. Like you don't see him die. I think from the top of my head, like this was ages ago. I think it's New 52. I might be wrong. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, or the stream chat might I say. But he's not like relevant. So if they could, and they, you know, everything doesn't have to be like it is in the comics. You know, they can change stuff. Like look, they've done heaps of different stuff on the Flash than it is in the comics. And if they wanted to twist it with this character, then I think it would be fine. Because you would expect that Jay would have a child. So why not make it a daughter? And like the speed gene passes through, which is in the comics as well. But I think it'd be more interesting if they brought in like Avery Ho, just to diversify it a bit. Someone actually commented on my video. It's like, oh, I'm like this is them talking. Like, I am the person that was commentating. And I was like, I'm Asian and I don't really want to see Avery Ho because I find it cringy. And I was like, why is it cringy? I was like thinking to myself, why is it cringy? And then later in their comment, they say like, oh, like whenever I hear Justice League of China or the China Flash, I cringe. And I was like, yeah, but that's like, they have to specify. They have to, you know, label what they are, because they are the Justice League of China. Just like how the Justice League, their full name is the JLA, the Justice League of America. So it makes sense if you call them just the Justice League of China, you know. So anyway, I think Avery Ho's the best. Oh shit, sorry. I think Avery Ho is the best option. You right there, Cal? Judging me from the back? What's wrong? Nothing. You're just sleepy. He was a bit restless this morning. Yeah, I think Avery Ho's the best one, just like diversified a bit, and I think she's the most interesting and they could do the most with her. And her suit looks pretty cool as well. Hey Emmett, welcome to the stream. Austin with the donation through Streamlabs. Do you think the CW network thingy like Netflix will be worldwide or just the States? Like I don't get Hulu here in Canada. You should maybe get a second monitor one for streaming then. one for using the browser. Well, I use a Mac, so I don't really want to get like the whole two. Like my screen's big enough where I can split everything up anyway if I wanted to. Um, yeah, I don't know what it said. You can just get like a VPN and like you can just pretend that you're in America and watch it. Yeah, it's pretty bad how they do it, how they release it, because it just makes it confusing for everyone watching, like how the hell they're gonna watch it. But a VPN's probably the best thing to get, and just you can like choose which country that like it will give you like a fake IP address, sorry, and you should be able to watch the CW. I think that's how I watched Vixen from memory. But I think that's it. Yeah, that's basically. I think that's all you really asked for. Yeah, that's really all you asked for, Austin. So hopefully I answered that as best as possible. Cal is malice. Cal is behind me. Hello. Hello. He's a big sook. Good old Cal. He's a big sook. Do I think Barry will die? Ever? Well, this season, like ever, they could end the series with Barry getting like sacrificing himself, and then it being like where he becomes his own lightning bolt that hits him back in the particle accelerator thing. They could do that as the end of the series. I don't know. I don't know if they'd want to end it on that, on like his death, unless it was like some like heroic sacrifice or something. But I don't know. Like they could do it like where, and it would be a nice moment if, say, the last like, or in the second last episode, or like the second last episode and the last episode of The Flash Forever are like tied together. So the full like for the first like episode and a half of those last two episodes, it's like Barry sacrificing himself, and the last half of that last episode is like Central City after Barry sacrifices himself, with like Wally becoming the Flash. We'd see Wally in a red suit, all that cool stuff. They could go down that route as the last episode in the entire series, but it just matters when Flash ends, because they could do Flash for as long as Smallville if they wanted to. Like if Arrow can get up to season 7, then Flash can easily get up to season 7 as well. Who is your favorite hero and why? It's always been Green Arrow, just because I think he's a bit more down to earth. He's very political, and I do find those storylines very interesting. But Flash and Green Lantern are sort of tied there. That's like DC, and then Spider-Man. Then like with Marvel, it's like Spider-Man. I actually do like Black Panther, but I haven't read Black Panther in a while. Like the last Black Panther I read was, 4 years ago or something, maybe 5. But like, if people want to, I think I said this in another stream. If you are interested in getting into Marvel comics, like with DC comics, the best way to get into it was start DC Rebirth, because it gave you like a summation of a lot of the character, but then you didn't have to know all the history. Like if you wanted to read specific stories in the past, you could go back and understand them, but you didn't have to understand the character. You could read DC Rebirth and you could understand the character and all of that. Marvel's doing something very similar in June, I think it starts, or end of May. It's just like a Marvel, I think it's called Marvel Fresh or something weird like that, or something like that. And they're basically, it's the DC Rebirth for Marvel. So if you want to start reading Marvel comics, start then. Don't start now, because Marvel Comics has never had a reboot of anything. So it's all over the joint. It's really hard to read Marvel if you haven't read it before. That's why I haven't gone back to it, because I stopped for a bit and it's just too hard to get back into. If you miss like a year, you're out of the loop, and it's going to take you a year to get back into it. So it's too confusing, Marvel. So they're starting again in June or end of May, something like that. So that's the best place to start. Like they're rebooting everything. And if you like certain movies, you'll be able to, like if you like the Ant-Man movie, they're bringing out like an Ant-Man and the Wasp comic run, so you can read that. Black Panther, Hulk, Spider-Man, Thor, whatever. So I love West Allen, but I'm sick of seeing edits with speeds to Iris and Barry. I haven't had the pleasure of watching them. Yeah, I don't know. I think Flash is going on break after that Run episode. I think. I'm not 100% sure. I don't know. It is going on break. I don't know if it's for a week or 2 weeks like Arrow is. I'm not too sure. We'll have to wait and see. Thank you, Doctor Who Theories, for the £1 super chat. It's very much appreciated. Thanks for supporting the channel. Or alternatively, just read Star Wars comics. That's where the quality lies. That's from discussing film. I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan of, like, I like Star Wars, but I don't like dive too deep into, I'll go to see the movies, I'll enjoy them. Like, I know a lot of people hated the last one, like the one that came out end of last year. I didn't love it, but I was just like, yeah, it was okay. You know, like a lot of people like crapping on it, but like I don't know if they were crapping on it because it's Star Wars, so they expected to be like upper echelon, like very above average. But for me, I was watching, I was like, okay, there was stuff I liked, there was stuff I didn't like, but for me, it was just good movie, decent movie to watch. Um, but yeah, I'm not into Star Wars enough to read the comics and the side stuff, so superhero stan, superhero scum, what do you want to call it? Is Godspeed going to be in season 4? I wouldn't count on it. Have you ever met an Arrowverse star in real life? Yeah, so when I was in, what was it? It would have been 2013. 2013, I was like working for like this company that had like a contract for one of the conventions here in Australia. So the people down there from Arrow at the time were Manu Bennett, who plays Deathstroke, or Slade Wilson, and Katie Cassidy was there. Was Malcolm Mellon there? He was there, but he wasn't on this like specific thing where I got to actually interact with Manu and Katie Cassidy. So there was like usually they had these assistants, but there was something going. There was like other people. There was like big. I think actually, funnily enough, Doctor Who Theories donated then. I think it was Doctor Who people, and there was a massive line. They needed all these assistants to go over there, so they didn't have people to help out. Who like were helping out Katie Cassidy and Manu Bennett. And because I was contracted there working for this like other company that sort of, like, I won't give you the details, but it's like that was sort of associated with that sort of type of stuff, like catering almost. I wasn't a caterer, but like I was, you know, involved with it, like sort of managing. So I stepped in. I was like, I'm not doing anything. I'll do it, because I was a fan of Arrow. So I didn't like, I wasn't like desperate, like going, oh please let me do it. But I was like, I just like subtly went, oh, I'll do it. I'm right here. I'll do it now, because they were going on stage in like 2 minutes. So I got to meet Katie Cassidy and briefly Manu Bennett, but I was like, Katie Cassidy's like, if she needed something, I went and got it for her. So I talked to her for maybe like 5 minutes at the beginning while we're waiting. And I was just asking her random stuff about Arrow. Like, it was a while ago, but it was just mainly about Arrow and stuff like that, because this was in the off season. And I was asking her about like Black Canary and stuff, if she was going to do anything with it, and she wouldn't tell me anything. Damn it. And obviously that's because Sarah Lance ended up becoming Black Canary, so maybe that's why she couldn't tell me anything. Because that was like a big reveal in season 2. But yeah, I think I just said hi to Manu. I think I just said because he wasn't Deathstroke at that point. This was in like the off season after season 1, so he was just like, you know, he'd just been Slade Wilson. We got little hints at him being Deathstroke, but he was just Slade Wilson at that point. So I couldn't really ask him any Deathstroke questions because I didn't know he was going to be Deathstroke in season 2. But yeah, that's basically it. And then, no other, like, I've been close to them, but I haven't actually interacted with them. And then, but I did meet, Jason Momoa at one point, but I might go into that in like another video, because it's too long of a story to mention on stream. Not to flex or anything, but Manu Bennett follows me, but I'm not flexing, I swear. Yeah, that's not flexing at all. Arrow season 2 was the best Arrow season in my opinion. Yeah, I think it was. I think it was the most overall, like the whole season. I think it was the best. Austin with the $2 super. Oh no, sorry, Anthony with the $1.99 super chat first. What happened to Gideon? When can we see the 2056 Flash? Gideon, I don't know. I think it's just chucked down the plot hole. I don't think we'll see Gideon again on the Flash. At least not as like a main feature. 2056 Flash, I wouldn't be counting on it, because I think it was very just relevant to what was going on last season. Like with the crossover, so we might see him. I wouldn't count on it though, you know. But yeah, Austin with the $2 super chat. Could Cecile's baby be a gender flip Daniel West? Yeah, we're just talking about that. Or we weren't just talking about it, but like towards the beginning of the stream, we were talking about it. It's a possibility with oh no, you were talking about Cecile's baby specifically. Okay, the last one earlier on was about Dawn Allen being possibly like a gender flip Daniel West. But then I twisted and I was like, well, she could be Joe and Cecile's child, and maybe Cecile dies in the future, and what do you call it? She's come back to try and make certain things happen that prevent Cecile from dying, which makes me think that Cecile might not die in childbirth, but she'll die in another way. But in like the comics, Daniel West's mother dies during childbirth, and that's why his father has like this big vendetta against him. Yeah. Be right back. I'm going to watch episode 15 of The Flash. Well, luckily we didn't spoil it, I guess, in this stream. Do you think we'll see Blue Beetle? Well, they're still working on that Booster Gold movie. Like they said, like yesterday or 2 days ago, that like I think Greg Berlanti confirmed it's still in production. I think that's meant to be like a Booster Gold, Blue Beetle sort of buddy cop movie. So if that's still happening, then I don't think we'll see him on screen anytime soon. Unless they do like the Jamie Reyes, unless they do that version, but I don't know. Ooh. Do you think Barry gets his powers back and Iris still has... Nah, like it's a DNA swap, so like once it gets fixed, Barry will just get his powers back. Like that Run Iris Run episode is just like a sort of like a almost like a what if episode, I guess, like what if Iris had super speeds? Like it's one of those episodes. I think it would have been better if they did like a Freaky Friday situation. That would have been pretty funny. I think it would have made more sense if they did it. Because I know a lot of people do have... It doesn't bother me too much, because I don't really care too much. There's been more outlandish stuff that's happened in the show, but a lot of people have been like, "Oh, well, that's technically not how a DNA swap would work if they went like that down that route. Like Iris would adopt more stuff than Barry would, or than she is in this episode." But I'm like, I don't really care, to be completely honest. Like we've seen more stupid stuff happen on the show than a DNA swap like that. Booster Gold we pushed off if Love Simon is quite successful. Greg has done a very impressive job with the film. Yeah, I've heard it's very good. It doesn't come out in Australia until like a week or two after America, so I'm going to have to wait another week or so to see it in cinemas. But I've heard it's very good. It has like it's like borderline perfect from what I've heard. By borderline I mean like doesn't have like I think some character issues. Like there's a character that's introduced that just should it have more focus, but yeah, I'm interested to see the movie. It's also got like Keenan Lonsdale in it as well. I'm not sure how big his role in it is, but I'm excited to see it. It looks good. Even though I'm not the biggest fan of the main actor, because I think him and his little brother ruined Jurassic World, just personally for me. But yeah, I can't hold that vendetta, can I? There's some other questions. Did you hear about the Wonder Woman 2 news? Yeah, so we made a video like what, a week and a half ago about how Kristen Wiig was in the running to be Cheetah in Wonder Woman 2, and it got confirmed like what, yesterday I guess, that she was like Patty Jenkins, the director of Wonder Woman 2 and the first Wonder Woman, confirmed that Kristen Wiig is going to be Cheetah in Wonder Woman 2, and they start filming in like just over 2 weeks, just over 2 months, might I say. So they're going to be moving into production, so I'll probably get some more announcements as well in regards to cast, hopefully. But yeah, Ryan Rives, hopefully I'm pronouncing that right, with the $1.99 super chat. Thank you very much for that, Ryan. Keep up the work. I will keep up the work, Ryan. Thank you very much. And Austin with the $2 super chat. I'm an army training, might I say. Have to leave. Keep doing you, Pagey. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for that, Austin. Enjoy the army training. I did cadets while I was in school. Obviously, it's not really close to army training, but I know sort of what you might be doing. So yeah, thank you very much for that, Austin, and have a good training session. Just making sure I didn't miss anything here. Okay, I didn't sweat. I don't know if you can hear it. Cal is snoring behind me. I don't know if you can hear it. You probably can't, but he's snoring. It's just really annoying. I was like, what the hell is that noise? Like, oh, the cow's behind me. Oh, I think I just stuffed up the stream there. No, all good. Do you think Enter Flash Time was overhyped? Grant Gustin's Insta post that day was interesting, very long. That was one of the last things I read going into the episode, which I blame myself for why I wasn't as impressed with the episode as other people were, because others are calling it's the most divisive episode of the season, funnily enough, because it's a filler episode. It's pretty rare you get a filler episode being the most divisive episode of the season, but there's people that really loved it and people that were just like very disappointed by it. I don't think I was very disappointed by it. I just think I was just disappointed, like let down, because I thought it was going to have more stakes and consequences to it. If I hadn't read any of that stuff, and I sort of regret it because I literally read it like half an hour before the episode, and it was me just waiting for the episode and sort of bored because I'd done everything I needed to do that day and I was just waiting for the episode to come up. So, yeah, you can hear the snoring. Okay. He's lucky he's cute. Otherwise, I'd be telling him to be quiet. Yeah, like I was waiting for the episode to come out. And I think I blame myself because I was like in the last like 30 minutes to 20 minutes before the episode came out, I decided to read it, and it sort of just like got me really hyped for the episode, like beyond I should have been, and just certain parts of the episode let me down. And it was also just little parts in the episode I was like, well, no, that would have made sense if he did that, and it wouldn't have had the consequences that you were saying it was. And just, I think I mentioned this in my other stream, was like they should have placed certain things throughout the episode. Like what they should have done with Iris, instead of her being the last resort, which did cause people to get angry, they should have put her option as like number, when he went and saw Harry, he should have put that, they should have put Iris in that bit. And then towards the end of the episode, when everything else is lacked, he does what Iris, like it clicks back in his head what Iris said. Like he should have said, no, Iris, that's stupid, I'm not messing with the Speed Force again. And then when everything else is done, at the end of the episode, he did what Iris said and got the sphere and stuff. That's how they should have laid it out. Because I did say in my, I said on Twitter, I think, I was like, oh, Iris is Google again. And that's because they always leave her as the last resort and she always has the magical answer. When they should have put her, if she was going to be the one that had this answer because, she remembered it. Harry wasn't there for the situation, so it made sense why Harry didn't come up with it. But if Iris was the one to come up with the situation, they should have put her, alongside Harry in that, that first third of the episode, or like just before the halfway point. And then right at the end, when Barry thinks it's going to stuff up, he remembers what Iris said and just goes, you know what, I'm going to have to do that as a last resort. So that's what they should have done. If I was going to line up the episode, if I was placing or editing the episode, that's what I would have done. I know why they didn't do that, because they wanted that dramatic scene, I guess, where Barry's like, oh, I'm really tired and stuff, but, they should have placed it elsewhere, because it just would have made the episode make more sense in regards to, like, solution-wise. But they didn't, and that, I think that's why people are angry with it in regards to that end bit. I'm just going through Black Siren Redemption thought. Yeah, I think it'll happen. I think it's going to take its time. I guess we have to wait and see. I'm sort of, like, split down the middle whether it's going to happen or not. Edward Solis with the $1.99 super chat. What do you think Laurel's plans / intentions are? Well, I was just about to jump into that, I guess. I think it's like split down the middle. It's sort of hard to tell 100% what's going on with her, whether she is on Richard Dragon's side or she's on Team Arrow's side. And I think I mentioned this in my review. I think. I don't know if I did. Let's just assume I did. She could be pretending to be really happy with what Richard Dragon's doing, and that's like the direction that the show wants her to go with. And then one of the twists is that she does turn on Richard Dragon, but for the rest of the season, or at least until like maybe the last 2 episodes, expect her to be on Richard Dragon's side and like pretending to be on his side and doing what he wants her to do, and working with him. So, but then also like interacting with Team Arrow as well, and Quentin and Oliver and stuff like that, just to not make them suspect about what she's doing. But yeah, I think that's her plans. I think that's what her intentions are, is just to like sort of fool either one of the camps. One of the camps is getting fooled, and it's going to have to wait and see what it is. The fact that she's going to be spending a lot of time with Richard Dragon makes me think she's going to fool Richard Dragon and actually be on Team Arrow's side. And I think if she does that, she will go to actually being Earth 1 Laurel. I can't see her going back to Earth 2. I can't see them doing this whole story and then at the end she just goes back to Earth 2. It would just be such a waste of time. So I think she's going to end up being Earth 1 Laurel if she goes down the good route, like full time. So we got a super chat from Adam with the $6.37 donation through Streamlabs. Is there a Justice League member that you think could join the Arrowverse in the future? From the movie, or just like in like, well, they've brought, like the ones that they could have brought in that were like outliers are basically brought in. So in regards to the movie, the only one I could really see them bringing in would maybe be Cyborg if they wanted to, especially if maybe in the future they don't want Cyborg being in the Justice League. They could do Cyborg. That's probably the one I could choose from that lot. But yeah, I'd probably go Cyborg, to be completely honest. I'd probably go Cyborg. Just let me... Okay, that's all good. Is Ava a robot? It's one of the... like they're heavily suggesting it through that episode title and stuff like that. Hello. What's up? Not much? What are you doing? Big yawn. Big yawn. I might end the stream in like 5 minutes, guys, because I think Cal wants to go downstairs. Come on. Come on. What are you doing? I think you can hear the birds, and that's why he's interested in getting over here. That's what it have to be, because he usually doesn't do that. What was I even talking about? Oh, is Ava a robot? Yeah, they're giving like suspicions through like the title for episode 16 of this season, as well as what do you call it? Like Rip's like different things that he's doing. So she could be like a robot AI or some sort of thing like that. And yeah. What are you doing, Cal? What are you doing? What are you doing? Being funny. Yeah. I'll end the stream in like 5 minutes, guys, and I'll take him down. And I'll have to end the stream and go. I need information for a school assignment. I'm going to go to Iris. I'm in Google. Oh, yeah. I think it's basically going to become a meme, almost like Iris is Google. But yeah, I was going to bring a video out this weekend, I think, on the whole thing, like going from season 4 into season 5, like what needs to change. Like this is from like, I put it out to Twitter, just not like on my YouTube. Like I put it on Twitter, like hashtagged it, and there is varying opinions. I'm going to include all the varying opinions in the video. I was going to bring it out this weekend, but because I didn't bring out a video today, I'll probably just release it next weekend. And also, if we're going on a break, it's probably more suitable to put it out then. So there isn't things that are changing while that video's out, I guess. You got the hiccups. It's funny, Cal always gets the hiccups because he drinks heaps of water really quickly, and he always gets the hiccups. He's got the hiccups right now, don't you? Yeah. Silly. 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 Black Lightning is lit. Yeah, the last episode was like off its head. I couldn't believe what was happening in that episode. I was like, what the hell is going on? Hey, what are you doing? Yeah, like last episode was off its head. Like so much stuff went down. I was like, what the hell is going on here? It was just insane. Rate Iris's character on a scale of 1 to 10. Seasons 1 to 2, I'd probably give her probably like an 8, maybe 7.5. I'd probably go 7.5 because I liked her. I didn't love her. I liked her because they were doing certain things with her, but they weren't doing the most interesting things because she wasn't as relevant. And I thought she was a bit of a like in season 1, she was a bit of an ass to Barry. Like she was always like she would have known that Barry liked her, but she was always like kissing Eddie in front of him. Like if someone was doing that, I was like, you asshole. But that was like season 1. Season 2, I can't really think Iris being like nothing really negative about Iris. It's just like more relevance. Yeah, seasons 1 to 2, I'd put a 7.5, maybe an 8 as a stretch, but overall, yeah, I'd probably give a 7.5. First half, actually, seasons 1 to 3.5. So the first half of season 3, yeah, 7.5. Last half of season 3 and then season 4, I think she drops to about a 4 or a 5. Cal, what are you doing? Okay, hold on. Come on. Come on. I think he's about to pee. You go to pee? If I hold him, he won't do it. I'm going to have to actually end the stream, guys, because he's going to have to go downstairs. Aren't you? To go to the toilet. He just went to the toilet, did a massive wee when we were down there, so I thought you were okay to come up here. But I can't trust you, can I? No. Yeah, so I'm going to have to end the stream here, guys. Sorry about that. But Amethyst, thank you for the $2 super chat. I don't know how to do Twitter. I don't think a lot of people know how to do Twitter. Yeah, in regards to like last half of season 3 and season 4, I'd probably give it out a 5 or 4, but that really comes down to the writing. The writing for this season has been really shocking. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Cal's the reason the stream's ending. But yeah, I wasn't going to do this stream originally, but we decided to just because we weren't doing a video. But I'll catch you later, guys. Thanks for everyone that donated and all that good stuff. Thank you for supporting the channel, everyone that watched for the 50 minutes it was on. And can Cal do any tricks? He can, but not at this time. But yeah, I think he's about to go to the toilet, so I need to take him out. And I'll catch you guys on the next video. And yeah, goodbye.